You're watching this video because you want to know what exactly is copywriting and how do you get into it. Just like you, at the time I had no idea what copywriting was. I thought it has to do with intellectual property like patent and trademark and all these things. I thought the word was copyright, R-I-G-H-T. That means that you have the exclusive right to distribute or sell someone else's work. It could be a book, it could be like music or image or things like that, right? So in my early years, I was struggling financially. And just like most people, I had no idea what I needed to do, and I tried a lot of different things. I tried to start this business and that business, and none of them really worked. And fortunately, after a few years of struggles, I was able to find my first mentor, Alan. And Alan was kind enough and was willing to take me under his wings. And I remember he said this to me, he said, Dan, I'm about to teach you a skill that will transform your financial life forever. It is a skill that very few people in the world understand and possess. It is a special skill that once you master it, you will never have to worry about money again. You will have the power to generate income on demand, or to launch or start or grow any business that you desire. And I was so excited. And I said, well, what is this skill? And he said, it is the skill of copywriting. I said, what is copywriting? I don't understand. He said, copywriting, it is the ability to use the written words to persuade someone to take an action. Now that could be to respond to a message that you wrote. It could be to purchase your product. It could be to click here or buy this or take this sort of action. And at first I didn't quite understand the power of it. So when I was working for him, basically as an apprentice, I remember that we would send out these direct mail letters to offer products and services and programs to people, right, with the right list, and we would send it out. And now these are people that we have never met and we have never talked to, and we would send them these letters in direct mail back in the days, offering a product that would help them solve a problem. And we would send out thousands and thousands of these letters. And then a percentage of them would send back the letter, or sometimes with an order form. They would call in the office, or they would reply and send us back a check or a money order. I was stunned. I was amazed. Like, these are the people that we've never talked to them, we have never met them, and yet they're buying something from us. So from that point on, I was hooked. Right now, I'm like, this is so powerful. So let me give you my definition, fast forward today, of copywriting. Now, after all these years, and I think I've refined the definition of copywriting, which I'm going to share that with you in just a second. I think once you hear it, you'll be so excited and you'll love it. It will make you tingle. Here we go. Copywriting is closing in print. That's right, closing in print. It is the ability to persuade, influence, and engage. That's what copywriting is. It's not about writing, it is about closing. Because if it is about writing, there's definitely not something that I could do because I flunked English when I was in high school. So copywriting has a lot to do with closing and selling, and has very little to do with writing. Because if it has a lot to do with writing, I would not have been able to do it because I flunked English twice when I was in high school. So it's not about that. And if it has a lot to do with writing or academic writing, then all the professors, all the teachers, all the English teachers, they would be successful copywriters. That's not the key. So when Alan shared this with me, I was blown away. He asked me, Dan, do you know that copywriters are among some of the highest paid people in the world, and yet most people don't even know this profession exists? And I said, huh? He said, that's the problem. You don't even know, you don't get it. He said, look around you, everywhere, look around you. And I was puzzled because I was young and naive. Look everywhere. He said, every single letter that you get in the mail, every TV that you watch, right? Every single product you buy in your life right now because a copywriter came up with the concept, came up with the brand, wrote the message, and that's what persuades you to buy everything around you. The movie that you watch, the script, the storytelling, the donation letter that's asking you to donate money, every single thing in your life, everywhere, it's copy. Do you see it? Copy is everywhere. It is a multi-trillion-dollar industry. And yet no one knows that this profession exists. Everyone goes to school and they say they want to be an accountant. I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a doctor. I want to be an engineer. No one knows that this profession exists. Do you understand? Do you understand, Dan, how powerful this is? And I was just stunned, blown away when he said that to me. Let me give you an example. Let's say that there's a company, they're selling a product online, and they have a landing page. Now, in case you don't know what landing page is, it's a page that makes an offer to sell their products. Let's say they're doing $100,000 a year in revenue with that particular product on this page. And let's say that page is converting at 1%, meaning that for every 100 visitors that goes to that page, one person would buy. It's a 1% conversion. And let's say it's a copywriter. You're able to look at the page and you make some tweaks. You change the headline, you change the offer, you change the guarantee, maybe the call to action. You tweak the page a bit. And now instead of converting at 1%, this page is converting now at 2%. Now I want you to think about, comment below, what has just happened. What have you done as a copywriter? Here's what you've done. You've just doubled the revenue for this company from $100,000 to $200,000 without adding an extra dollar for marketing. Are they spending more money? No. Do they need more people seeing the page? No. Are you adding more things to the product that it costs more or features? No. All you have done is changing a few words or how the offer or the message is being communicated to the marketplace. Do you see the power of this? That is the power of copywriting. The next question you might have is, well, Dan, this is amazing. How do I become a copywriter? You see, maybe you want to become a copywriter because you know that how much income you could generate as a copywriter if you're good. That you have the ability to work from home or work from anywhere that you want. That you could work when you want, with whom you want, from anywhere that you want. Maybe you know because as a copywriter, it doesn't require you to have a degree nor to have a lot of capital to start off with. You don't need that at all. Now with copywriting, it is something that you need to have someone who knows what they're doing to transfer that skill to you. It is very, very difficult to just watch a video and say, oh, I'm gonna learn copywriting. I always describe copywriting as a little bit like martial art, right? You could watch video, you can have an idea, maybe you watch a YouTube video and say, hey, this is how you do certain moves. But how do you actually learn martial art? You gotta go to a school, you gotta go to a dojo, you gotta have a sifu, an instructor, a sensei, to show you the techniques. And then you will practice the techniques, and your sifu would give you feedback and help you correct the form, and eventually you'll be able to perform the same move the same way, right? That's how it works in martial art. I believe learning copywriting, becoming a copywriter, it's very much the same way. If becoming a copywriter is something that you are considering, I could shave you at least 5 to 10 years of learning curve. Click on the link below or in the description and get access to my on-demand training. There's no cost to you. Consider this is an introduction to what exactly is copywriting and what copywriters actually do, and eventually how do you become one yourself if you decide this is the path for you. So go ahead and click on the link right now.